Hey Terry, how you doing today?
What?
How'd that soccer game go this past weekend?
We won.
Awesome. Were you psyched?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was pretty good, I guess.
What do you mean you were pretty good, I guess?
I don't know. I mean, they didn't score. I am the goalie, so, what are you gonna do?
So you're a bomb ass, that's awesome. That's awesome.
It's alright.
Alright, so what up? Get psyched about that. So, the last couple times we've been sitting here together, we've been talking about kind of what's been going on, who you are, things you like to do. We've been putting together your story.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things I want to do today is continue talking about that. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, it's fine, I guess.
Okay. So we're going to just keep putting in the chapters of your book. This is your story. And one of the things we're going to talk about today is the incident that happened at your house where you saw your mom get hit.
I know we said we were gonna do that.
Yeah. And I understand that this is going to be hard to talk about. So, if along the way you're feeling like you want to chill out or whatever, I'm okay with that. Okay? But I think you've done an awesome job so far. And you've worked really hard.
Yes.
Because you're awesome. Nice.
Okay.
So, remember in the past how we've talked about, how I have you kind of rate your feelings sometimes?
Yeah.
I don't know, a couple weeks ago you were telling me about the soccer game where you scored a goal even though you're the goalie, you got out, it was awesome. And we talked about how you're feeling on a scale of 1 to 10. So we're going to kind of do that today when we talk about what happened a few weeks ago, okay?
So, rating how good I feel?
No. It'll be rating how you feel generally. So, or, I might say to you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how sad were you feeling?
Oh.
Or how scared were you feeling?
Oh. Okay.
So, physical sensations you might have had, or, emotional feelings that you might have had.
Any of them?
I'll ask you the question so that you know, what emotion I'm
Okay.
trying to see. You
All
okay
right.
with that?
I guess.
Okay. Well, let's at least give it a start and see how it goes.
So, but how much do I say? Because I don't know.
Well,
Do I have to say everything all at once?
no. So let's just start at the beginning. Why don't you just tell me about what happened when you walked into the house 2 weeks ago on Saturday? Just step by step. Remember a couple weeks ago how we said you had just gotten back from a soccer game and you were with your mom and you went into the house and you had said your mom and dad had started fighting.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happened next?
But I don't know, he was just drinking, because he always just has, the beer can out. And so, I already was gonna try and just, go to my room because I knew they were gonna start fighting anyway. Just because the beer can was out, because that's why they fight. And then, so I went into my room. And then I just came back out of my room because my dad yelled at me to come back out of the room.
Okay. So let's start at that point where you saw that beer can. Sounds like it made you feel really anxious.
Well, I don't know.
Okay. So what do you think you felt when you saw the beer can?
I don't know. It was just felt like Tuesday.
What does Tuesday usually mean?
Tuesday is just like every other day.
So you were worried he was drinking.
Well, I guess I knew he was drinking, but I don't know. I guess it just felt normal.
Okay.
It just felt normal.
Okay. Were you feeling scared at all?
I don't know. No, not as much.
Okay.
Because we just won.
So you were feeling pretty good.
Just because we won, and then usually if my dad asks me, I'm not as scared when we win, because sometimes he doesn't really yell when we lose, but then he makes some stupid comment. Like, well, I'm not sure why you're goalie or something like that, and then I'm just like, screw you.
Yeah.
So, I knew I wasn't gonna have to deal with that, so I wasn't as scared.
Okay. Alright, so you went into your room and you said you were kind of sitting there and you decided to come out.
No, Dad yelled at me to come out because sometimes he yells at me to come out just so that he can ask me about how much homework I have. And then he never asked me again, of course, but like, so then just so he can ask me, and so I think he can prove to Mom that he asked me.
Okay. So at that point, what do you think you were feeling?
I don't know, I guess I was maybe a little nervous,
Yeah.
but just because I knew that he was gonna ask me, and then sometimes he gets angry, sometimes he doesn't.
Right. So like on a scale of 1 to 10, like how nervous do you think you were?
No, not that bad.
Okay.
Maybe like a 7.
Okay. 7 out of 10. That's kind of high. You know, like remember like a few
Yeah.
weeks back, you were telling me how you were nervous for this really big game, the game you were
Right.
just awesome at this week, and you said that you, out of a scale of 1 to 10, you were like at a 4 for nervousness. So you were more nervous this time.
Yeah, I guess. Can we do halves?
Sure. I'm cool with a half. I'll take it.
Maybe a 6.5, maybe a 7.5, I don't really know.
Okay. Fair enough.
But like it was right. It was actually like kind of right there.
Okay. So you were feeling more nervous this time compared to the game.
Compared to the game, but
Compared to thinking about the game. a
yeah,
few
but
weeks
it's
back.
not as nervous as I could be
Yeah.
with him.
Okay. All right.
That's why I said that.
Okay. I understand now. Thanks. That was actually helpful for me. So so you're walking out, you're feeling nervous. What happens next?
So he asked me about my homework,
Okay.
and I said, I don't know what I said. I think I said I got math, and like then I gotta read like a chapter in some other thing, English or whatever. And then he kind of just said okay,
Mhm.
and I thought it was gonna be fine. And then Mom just started yelling because she was pissed. They're like, you never ask him this. You only do it when I'm here, to prove that you do it.
Okay.
Which is
So
kind of
that
true.
that was the point that Mom and Dad started getting in an
Yeah.
argument. Okay.
Yeah. Which is always true. But then he got more pissed than usual.
Okay.
And I said, like, Dad, I like totally, and I tried to kind of break it up. I don't always do this, but I guess I'm trying to break it up. So I like, there was a little bit of like a minute where they weren't saying anything, and I was like, Dad, we won. And he's like, gives a shit. And then my mom kind of got really pissed. And then that's when he,
That'd be really hard to hear your dad say he didn't give a shit, especially because you were so proud and you were excited to come home.
I mean, whatever, he says this stuff. So that stuff all the time, but I don't think he ever hit her before. I mean, there was one other time, but it wasn't like it's hard. So some other person asked me, and I was
Okay.
like, no, I just said no because it wasn't as big of a deal. But then this one was a bigger deal, I guess,
Yeah.
because she got that cut from one of his fingernails right there.
Yeah.
So and it bled more than I thought. It was weird.
Yeah. It had to be pretty scary.
I don't know, maybe it got to a 9,
Okay.
but then once it stopped, I don't know, I did kind of know he wasn't gonna do it to me. I don't know why I thought that, you know, but like he wasn't gonna. And then it actually went down really fast, like almost to nothing.
Really?
Cause I knew it was kind of like over.
Okay.
Just cause it's like, you know, like my dad kind of, you know, he does whatever. But then it doesn't last very long, and I kind of hope he doesn't get in trouble, because it's not like he tries to be like that.
Yeah. So you were talking about how your